Hi there, welcome back to my views and news. Another video for you, four news stories. Before that, an announcement about today's live chat. This week's last live chat after an hour. I'll be back to take your questions and comments with one main news story. Is Egypt dragging Somalia into a new conflict? I'm not talking about Ethiopia Somalia conflict, another conflict. Details for you in today's live chat. Four news stories, viewers. Was Hassan Sheikh, the president of Somalia, humiliated in Ethiopia? This is what Hassan Sheikh's critics are claiming. So, how was he received in Ethiopia? Did Ethiopia send a symbolic message to Somalia through some moves in Addis Ababa? What happened? Details for you. Secondly, North Gondar zone of the Amhara region, where around 30 Fano fighters have surrendered, according to the government. Uh, Thirdly, a new law is creating controversy. People are questioning this new law. Lastly, a protest was held in Kismayo today, Jubaland. Jubaland and federal government of Somalia have been in dispute for months. People chanted slogans against Hassan Sheikh government in Kismayo. What happened there? Let's start from Ethiopia. We know that Hassan Sheikh, the president of Somalia, arrived in Ethiopia on Saturday. How was he received? I said yesterday that PM Abiy's message of welcome to Hassan Sheikh was very cold. What happened after that? Was Hassan Sheikh warmly received? Did Ethiopian government send a symbolic message to Somalia through some ceremonies in Addis Ababa yesterday and today? Before that, I have a video for you. This video has been released by Ethiopian government. Ethiopian Ministry of Foreign Affairs has released this video. This video shows the glimpse of Hassan Sheikh's visit of Ethiopia. We'll try to analyze this video and we'll try to have a look at the criticism which is being leveled, which is being directed against Hassan Sheikh by his critics. Watch this video first. Firstly, viewers, what are the critics saying? By the way, since yesterday, since last night rather, we have been hearing rumors. Hassan Sheikh's critics have been claiming that Hassan Sheikh has already departed for Egypt from Ethiopia. All were rumors. President Hassan Sheikh spent last night in Ethiopia, and this morning he was again seen with the Ethiopian PM. So, rumors were being spread that immediately after meeting PM Abiy, Hassan Sheikh flew to Cairo, firstly. Secondly, if you compare January 2024 and January 2025, it's hard to believe what is happening now. In January 2024, PM Abiy was signing MOU with Musibi Abdi, and Somalia was threatening to stop the implementation of MOU. Hassan Sheikh was refusing to meet with Ethiopia. In 2025, January, now Hassan Sheikh was welcomed in Ethiopia in a manner which was not seen in the past. This is perhaps the best reception of a Somalia's president in Ethiopia in recent years, despite a cold message from the Ethiopian PM Abiy at the start. A commercial bank of Ethiopia's skyscraper in Addis Ababa showed blue color, which is the color of Somalia's flag. Roads in Addis Ababa had pictures of PM Abiy and Hassan Sheikh. Roads had flags of Ethiopia and Somalia. Hassan Sheikh was taken to National Palace as well. PM Abiy and Hassan Sheikh were seen in pleasant mood. PM Abiy himself went to Bole airport to welcome him, and then he went to the airport to see him off. But what are the critics saying? Well, when Hassan Sheikh arrived in Addis Ababa, Ethiopian military mounted God of Honor. And whenever foreign leaders visit a country, military units mount God of Honor. Which military unit mounted the God of Honor? Navy, Air Force, or Army, ground forces? PM Abiy, the government picked Ethiopian Navy to mount a God of Honor for the president of Somalia, Hassan Sheikh. Hassan Sheikh was seen in front of Ethiopian Navy soldiers who mounted the God of Honor. This is what is being criticized by President of Somalia's critics. They say Hassan Sheikh was humiliated in Ethiopia. PM Abiy is the prime minister of a country which is landlocked. It does not have a fully functional navy. Why did he choose naval soldiers to mount a God of Honor? Basically, he is telling Hassan Sheikh that Ethiopia wants access to sea. Ethiopia wants to deploy its navy to Somalia's seas. Symbolism is there. Definitely, symbolism is there, but we should not read too much into the selection of the force which mounted the God of Honor. At the end of the visit of President Hassan Sheikh, PM Abiy tweeted and he said that the talks were productive. Somalia has not said anything to show that talks were a failure. But Hassan Sheikh was definitely warmly welcomed in Ethiopia. The reception he received is unprecedented, it seems. I have been saying, if you remember, since last year, that PM Abiy should not underestimate Hassan Sheikh. Ethiopia should not underestimate Somalia. Ethiopian government underestimated Hassan Sheikh's government. Maybe government has realized. That is why Hassan Sheikh was given special welcome in Ethiopia. Though it's too early to say what happened, what did they agree on. So far, they have agreed on publicly. They have announced that they have agreed on normalization of diplomatic ties, but we don't know which other issues they discuss. So we'll have to wait to see that. I think criticism of Hassan Sheikh is exaggerated, I believe. Second, viewers, North Gondar zone of the Amhara region, where Fano fighters have surrendered, according to an Ethiopian military officer. Major General Amare Gebru held a press briefing today. He is the officer of the Ethiopian National Defense Force. Amare Gebru showed some Fano fighters who have surrendered in North Gondar. Weapons were shown, rifles. Around 30 Fano fighters were shown who have surrendered in North Gondar zone of the Amhara region. Whenever military makes claims about Fano fighters surrendering, Fano fighters never admit that their fellows are surrendering. They say that military is making up stories. Those who are surrendering are not Fano fighters. Or they just distance themselves from the Fano fighters. They say those who surrender are not Fano fighters. How many Fano fighters have surrendered so far since last year? Since 2023, rather. How many have been killed? How many are in prison? I mean, the government should brief the people. So many military operations have been conducted. State of emergency was also imposed in the Amhara region. No one really knows the exact numbers. How many commanders have been killed or captured? I think the details should be shared by the government if it has achieved anything in the operation against fighters. Thirdly, viewers, a new law has been introduced which is being criticized by people in Ethiopia. The law is about dead bodies. Those people who die in hospitals. Sometimes their families, their relatives are unknown. Hospitals preserve the dead bodies for some time, and later dead bodies are used for educational and research activities because medical students obviously conduct their training on dead bodies. It happens across the world. And for research purpose as well, dead bodies are used. A new law has been introduced which stipulates that if a person dies, his family must claim his dead body within 15 days. So if no one claims the custody of the dead body in 15 days, after 15 days, the dead body can be used for education or research purpose. The criticism by the people is that this period of 15 days is very brief period. It should be long. Sometimes people die and it's difficult to trace out their family members. And sometimes family members try to trace out their missing loved ones, and it takes time. That is why this period is short. This period should be extended. Lastly, viewers, Kismayo, Jubaland, tension continuing between Jubaland and federal government of Somalia. Jubaland regional government 3 days ago called for reimposition of arms embargo on the Somalia's government. Jubaland government called for the control of Somalia's airspace by a third party because federal government of Somalia has suspended all civilian flights to Kismayo, Jubaland capital. People are suffering. They cannot travel to Jubaland's capital Kismayo by air from Mogadishu. A protest was held in Kismayo today by Jubaland residents. They chanted slogans against Hassan Sheikh government, criticizing the government for suspension of civilian flights to Kismayo from Mogadishu. Watch a clip showing today's protest in Kismayo, Jubaland. Thanks for watching.
حتى شيخ وفش المثل وحالة عن مثلا صومالي حتى الشيخ وحالة عن مثلا نفتي في بين صحيح وربك يا ربك يا وإلا الله حتى مسكراتي لو بيجرى ما على سجي ذاك يهود ولغمية ما على صومالي ذاك يهود ولغمية ما صومالي الرد اللوني بين كما صابعي حيكيسي كما صابعي صومالي واسكدري شعبكي واسكدري دولتي مبابيلي ترى الكيوت دريي بدأت كريي حتى الشغل تعسله بدأتك حيكا برماك صوماليا وفنيد وما هذا فارمر